Hello Star Citizens, Buzzkiller here, and welcome back to the Broken Moon Orbital Landing platform. Now today I made my very first purchase in the new Electronic Access store on the RSI website. Now for those of you that do not know, that is where you use the in-game currency REC that you can earn while playing Arena Commander to rent ships, weapons, and other items for a week at a time. So of course I do not own this Anvil Gladiator, but thanks to Electronic Access and REC I can purchase it for a week and show it off to you guys. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now the Anvil Gladiator is the light carrier based bomber. It is 22 meters in length. It has a mass of 26,000 kilos, a max crew of 2, and currently a cargo capacity of 0. However, even though the cargo capacity is listed at 0, we will likely be able to swap out this central bomb bay for a cargo module. So who knows how much cargo this thing is actually going to be able to carry. Right now I believe with the cargo module, the Hornet, also by Anvil, can carry up to 16 freight units. Probably not going to be much more or less than that. Moving on, we have the main thrusters, which according to the website are able to take up to TR4 but come with TR2. However, looking at the ship in the holo table, it states that the maximum size is 2. So I don't know which one is actually correct there. Next up, for the maneuvering thrusters, we have 8 TR2 maneuvering thrusters. And similar to the Hornet, they are arrayed 2 on top, 2 on bottom, well, excuse me, 4 on top, 4 on bottom, with the 4 on the bottom being jointed, meaning they can only move in one axis. That's these 2 here on this side. They can only swivel back and forth. And then you have the roll flex type on top, which have a limited range of motion, but are able to move in many more directions. And you can just barely see it up there on top. For a power plant, the ship comes with a size 2. And even though the website says that that is the maximum size, if you look in the holo table again, it shows that you can actually mount up to a size 3 power plant on this ship. For shields, it has a size 3, which is capable of being upgraded to a size 4. Now again, that is contrary to what the ship stats page says on the website, but it's a nice little addition. For weapons, on the wing you have 2 size 3 weapon mounts, and of course currently these 2 weapons are gimbaled, bringing them down to a maximum of size 2. And of course it comes standard with the M4A laser cannon by bearing. Of course, if you decided to pull off those gimbal mounts, I'm sure you can mount whatever size 3 weapons you may own. Also, for weapons, the ship has a size 4 manned turret, which, if you remember how the mounting system works, size 4, -1 for it being a manned turret, and -1 for being able to mount 2 weapons, you get a maximum size 1 weapon on the turret. And of course it comes with 2 Bulldog repeaters. Now a nice thing with the new 1.1.1 patch is that they allow us to start actually manning those turrets in free flight mode at least. And I'll show you that shortly. Now we get to the real meat and potatoes of the ship, and that is its missile pylons. Now on the wing you have 4 size 2 missile pylons. Now this is down from size 3 on the website. but each carries 2 missiles. So you have a total of 8 size 2 missiles, and it comes stock with the Tempest 2 missiles. And those are of course size 2. Moving on to the belly bay. The ship carries up to 4 size 5 torpedoes. Now I don't know if these are actually torpedoes. They're listed as size 5 Talon Stalkers. So I don't know if that still classifies as a torpedo just because it's a size 5, or if it's just a missile. Still not sure what the difference are between torpedoes and missiles. Maybe one's slower than the other. Maybe it's just once it gets to a certain size, they start calling it a torpedo. Of course, there's an empty rack there. I pulled 2 of the missiles off on the hollow table so I could get up under here. But pretty cool. And again, this is probably going to be able to be swapped out for a cargo module in the near future. Taking a look around the ship, that front stinger right there is actually shown as a pitot tube on the brochure. However, a pitot tube, I don't know why it would be a pitot tube. I mean, a spacecraft doesn't have... It could have a pitot tube, but I don't know why it would need one that big. It would only be used in atmospheric flight. It's basically, if you don't know what a pitot tube is, it's the tube that allows air to enter into the instrumentation, allowing it to show you what your current airspeed is. It looks more to me like some kind of antenna, possibly for advanced targeting system, or maybe a jump point scanner. I'm betting this ship would make a pretty decent explorer. Also in the front you have your exposed electronics package there. Avionics, radar, etc. There's your front landing gear. Little Anvil Aerospace embossed on it. It's pretty cool. Shaking a little bit. The whole ship shaking a bit. Probably due to some kind of minor bug with the gravity here on the landing pad. As you can see, that's the door for the landing gear, and it comes down. This door actually does close in flight, where you see the orange, and I'll show you that shortly. And of course, this is the ram that carries the 2 seats, your pilot seat and your gunner seat. That door is also for the seating system. So we've got some kind of panel here. Ammunition access panel. Makes sense. Caution, do not obstruct on the maneuvering thruster. Huh. I guess that would be bad, wouldn't it? Some more little panels here. Doesn't really say what it is. That looks like something for the thrusters. Interesting. Nice level of detail on this ship. In the back, once again, we have those 2 main thrusters. Very interesting wings here. Very sleek looking in flight. You have your 4th landing gear leg in the back. Probably to support all the weight from those torpedoes. Keep it from tilting back on its tail like the Hornet used to do. Fuel port door. Ordnance management CPU. Interesting. Wonder if we'll be able to upgrade that in the future. On the wings you have this very interesting landing gear. And this actually does all fold up into a fairly thick wing. It's pretty interesting to watch it in effect. I'll show it to you when we take off. Some really cool animations on this ship. believe that's a fire extinguisher there. Even says somewhere on here, fire extinguisher access, or there it is. Well, warning and mirrored there, but okay. Little rivets bump mapped in. Missile launchers, similar to the ones on the Gladiator, not the Gladiator, the Gladius. Let's go ahead and get into the... Well, actually, let's take a look at the turret first, since we'll have to get in the cockpit to take off. I'll do that last. So, we move up to the back here. Now, this animation is a little buggy. Pretty interesting watching him slowly make his way up. Oh, that was interesting. Seemed to be in third-person view. Let me switch over. And here we are inside the turret. Again, you have the two CF-007 Bulldog repeaters with a little targeting display and heat display at the bottom. I wish there was a way to invert the mouse settings. I like to pull back to look up there, but I haven't found a way to invert them on this turret. And you can use a joystick as well, which is a little bit smoother, but probably not as accurate. Here I am using the joystick, and you see the motion is a lot smoother. He does a little interesting thing when looking up and down. When he looks down into the left. When he looks up, he looks right, up and to the left. I don't know if that's just to make it easier to see through the helmet or what, but it's kind of strange. But there's your turret. Let's go ahead and go to an external view again. Take a look around. There we go. Very interesting lines on this ship. It's very wide. It's almost like, well, it really is. It's shaped like a star from the top. Which is pretty cool, I guess, but oh, that's quite a cross section from the top. Then again, it is a bomber, so it's probably, it needs that girth to hold those missiles and still have room for all of your internal equipment. There's those roll flex thrusters I was telling you about. The two in back, mostly tilt forward and back with a little bit of pivot to the side. And the front ones do a little bit more than straight up and down, but not much. This disc on top kind of reminds me of the Hornet's ball turret area. I was kind of curious to see if in the future they may allow us to put a turret there, but I doubt it. I think they would have said something about that before now if that was the case. So it's probably just a little design element to try to tie the two together. Nice red, black, silver paint job. Those intakes. Oh, what's this on the left here? Next to the danger. Serial number 3316. Assembly number 1985. Cool. Of course, using the joystick. I'm using the mouse to look around right now. If I grab my joystick, I can putt around with the turret. Still a little choppy and got some intersecting geometry there, but overall pretty cool. Can't wait to get this into some multiplayer free flight and maybe get a chance to sit in the turret. Should be pretty fun. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get into the cockpit. Another fire extinguisher. Looks like he had his head on backwards. Very nice sound effects, by the way. Whoever thought of this entry system is a friggin' genius. It's
landing request approved.
Really cool.
Landing complete. Anvil Aerospace.
Okay, so the cockpit is quite similar to the Anvil in appearance. It has some of the similar warning gauges, warning lights up there. Your missile inbound, collision, shields,
full.
G-force indicator. And look at this long list of weapons. Of course, that's mostly missiles. It would be even longer if I had... Oh no, it still has the missile rack, just doesn't have missiles in it. Let me use my actual head to look around here. There's the similar thrust output gauge to the Hornet, where it tracks each of the thrusters, the 8 maneuvering thrusters and the 2 main thrusters.
Takeoff complete. Landing request approved. Landing complete.
Right. Your fuel quantity for your boost, your throttle indicator.
Takeoff complete. Landing request approved.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and go to an external view and I'll take off, let you see some of the cool animations. Try to find the best angle for it.
Approved. Landing complete.
And here goes. Let's see if this works.
Takeoff complete.
Very cool landing gear animation there. Very, very nice. I wish there's a way to close the bomb bay back up too. That would be pretty cool. I've tried turning off the missiles from the HUD panel, but it doesn't seem to work. Right. Nice irising engines. Now this ship is not very fast and not very maneuverable, but it's supposed to have a six panel shield, so it should. Let me go ahead and go back into first person view here, see if that's true. I know it's only showing 4. Maybe if I check out the shields panel. No, there's no top and bottom. It's only front, back, left, right. Oh well. Hopefully it'll have that in soon. And of course this ship, like the Gladius, is also sporting the new damage model. It sounds a lot like a Hornet in flight. But a top speed of 190, so it's just a little bit shy of the Hornet's top speed. It's a little bit more massive too, so it's not quite as maneuverable as the Hornet, which is, well, as you know, not very maneuverable in its own right. Seems to burn through its boost fuel pretty quickly. Kind of a slow regeneration rate. Let's see, for countermeasures, we have 24 flares. It looks like 32 chaff. That's a lot of chaff. Overall, not a bad flying ship. I mean, it's not as unwieldy as a Cutlass, which has actually improved quite a bit. But it's definitely no Gladius, which is to be expected for a bomber carrying a heavy payload. I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and close off here for now, and I'll come back into some Vanduul Swarm, and we'll see how it does in the first 3 waves. So, see you in a minute.
Aerospace. Scanning.
Vanduul Swarm initiated.
And welcome back to Vanduul Swarm.
Warning, there are multiple hostiles inbound.
Let's take the ship through the first 3 waves and see how she does.
Scanning.
Hostiles inbound.
Bogey. Bogey.
You know the saying, fools rush in. I never have to worry about that with the Gladiator, that's for sure.
Bogey.
The ship is definitely loud. There's a lot of... Whoa. Get out of the way.
Shields charged.
I am just holding my right strafe as hard as I can. You can hear the ship protesting.
Target destroyed.
Alright, first target down. Kind of like how you can see the turret through the canopy there. Definitely gives a little bit of immersion. Using the stock weapons loadout, 2 size 2 laser cannons, size 1 laser repeaters. For Vanduul Swarm, I'd probably go with all repeater setup.
Target destroyed.
And for multiplayer, likely go with a full Omni Sky 6 and 3 setup.
Zero hostile
3 now?
contacts remaining.
Alright, 3 targets in 3 minutes.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Scanning.
Hostiles
Bogey.
inbound. Hostiles inbound.
Bogey.
Whoa, don't want to hit that. I think I heard somewhere under the roar of the engines there that Vixen just bit the dust.
Starboard. Proximity alert. Shields charging. Shields full. Out. Target destroyed.
I'm not sure that I like that sound.
Shields
Definitely going to get annoying pretty quick. Luckily, this ship seems to be able to take quite a beating. I've taken quite a few hits. No damage yet.
Shields charging. Shields full.
Getting a little tight here. Using the turret to cover my ass as I flee. I can't wait until they let someone actually get in your ship and fight with you. Whoa, I tried to get out of the way. Again, no damage. At least none that I can see. Where are you?
Shields charging. Shields full.
Yeah, this is definitely not a ship you're going to want to mount fixed weapons on. Unless you're a joystick player.
Target destroyed.
Which I am, but track IR, you know. Pseudo mouse. Come here, you.
Target destroyed.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of the ship a little bit.
Hostile destroyed. Zero hostile contacts remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
You know, I guess I should have been using missiles because this thing has a ton of them.
Bogey.
Hostiles inbound.
Start firing them two at a time, I guess. So you can get through them and possibly see what those torpedoes can do.
Scanning. Lock. Warning. 25%. Word hit. Bogey.
That hurt him. Didn't kill him. Shields are a little low.
Shields charging.
Dance a little bit.
Shields full. Lock.
I thought I fired him. Looks like I just locked a third missile.
Scanning. Flare.
These are some very short-range missiles.
Flare. Stop. Hit. Lock. Target destroyed.
That got him. Hello, little king.
Scanning. Flare. Shields charging.
Let's see, how many missiles do I have left for it? 3? 3 missiles left, and then I get to the torpedoes.
Flare. Starboard. Hit.
Boom!
Shields charging. Shields full.
Okay, this should be one of the big ones.
Scanning. Flare.
Back off.
Scanning.
Whoosh! Oh, that thing is big. I think it hit him. I'm surprised it didn't just splat him.
Lock. 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 Scanning. Destroyed.
Boom! Oh, that's fun. I think I'm out of missiles, though.
Destroyed.
Alright, I think we're down to one left. Just curious, did the bomb bay doors close? No, they don't. I was hoping maybe when you ran out of missiles that they would close for you.
Target destroyed.
Elite units eliminated.
Scanning.
Alright, so that does it for wave 3.
There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Now you know what time it is. It's time to see,
Scanning.
watch the ship blow up.
Bogey.
Check out that damage system on this ship. See how it looks. Alright, I know you guys are this way somewhere. There they are. Slow down. Come on, boys. You can do better than that. Alright, I've come to a complete stop. Oh, don't tell me they're going off after other targets. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's talk final impressions. So once again, Anvil Gladiator, light carrier-based bomber. Really cool looking ship. But is it for you? And I guess that really depends on what your playstyle is going to be. Right now in Arena Commander, this ship is probably not something
Landing request
that you will use every day. This ship probably won't come into its own until 2.0 hits.
weapon mode engaged.
That being said, the ship probably be excellent versus medium to large size ships, say Freelancer to Retaliator size. It'd be good at taking those medium to large ships out. I don't know, maybe get a big enough squadron of them, you can probably take down something bigger, like a Idris,
Takeoff complete.
or maybe a Javelin if you're really lucky.
Landing complete.
But overall, a pretty good addition to the fleet, I think. It fills a very specific role, but it might actually be able to be converted into a light cargo ship, or even explorer. So should you buy one? Right now this ship is about $190. It's for sale right now on the RSI website. I don't know if I would want to spend that on this particular ship. What I would do personally is basically what I've already done, is build up some rec in Arena Commander and give it a rent. Try it out. And if you fall in love with it, go ahead and pick one up. But if not, save it for the persistent universe. Just my 2 cents. Alright, so well, that about wraps things up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button. And once again, this has been Buzzkiller. And I'll see you guys in the verse.